Hey guys, I'm back for an update. Sorry it's been a while. I was gone all last week to our mountain house, beating the heat and having a good weekend. We went up there with the kids and it was great. It was like 20 degrees cooler than it is here. So today I am 17 weeks exactly. Basically this update is going to be my 15 and 16 week update as far as symptoms and everything like that goes. Just what I've been feeling like the past 2 weeks. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been here. Last week the babies were the size of avocados. This week it says pomegranate or white onion. Maternity clothes, yes, obviously in maternity clothes. I'm growing a lot. The gender, you know, is one boy and one girl. Baby A is the girl and baby B is the boy. Movement, I am feeling more and more every day. There's still more so like flutters and not big kicks or jabs yet, but if I sneeze they still startle, or when I try to find their heartbeats on the Doppler, the girl is still the one who always wiggles away from the Doppler and kind of flips around. I actually had a doctor's appointment yesterday and they use this handheld ultrasound machine, which is really cool. Sooner or later those will be like in families' homes, I feel like, because the base of it was just a Doppler, but then the video screen looked like a little Game Boy or something and you could just see the baby like clear as an ultrasound. Anyways, that's how she checked their heartbeats yesterday, and the girl was just flipping all over the place having a grand old time. So I told her mom I think she might be a gymnast. So they're moving a ton, but I don't necessarily feel it all yet. Not all the time anyway. I do feel it here and there, and it should get progressively more over the next couple of weeks. Sleep, I am starting to decline. You know that I've been sleeping all the time, anywhere, anytime, easy to fall asleep, and I'm getting to the point now where it's starting to get a little uncomfortable. Not nearly like insomnia status or anything like that, but I'm just dreaming a lot and having really vivid dreams, and I remember them all, which means I'm in like the lightest state of sleep the whole night, and I kind of wake up and drink water and wake up to go to the bathroom and toss and turn, and it's not like I'm in pain yet or anything, but I'm starting to be a little more uncomfortable, I guess. In my last 2 pregnancies, I think I started going to the chiropractor around 24 weeks probably. That's when I started getting uncomfortable with them, and it really helped me. I haven't gone to the chiropractor yet, but I feel like my belly is probably about the size now that it was at 24 weeks with my own babies, so it might be time to pay her a visit soon. She's amazing and she like specializes in prenatal, and she would at least let me sleep for 1 or 2 nights after I saw her last time, so maybe I'll start that back soon. Cravings, I really do not have any specific strong cravings in the past 2 weeks. I'm just really hungry all the time. I'm always hungry. And I think I'm getting to the point where my stomach is getting a tiny bit smushed. My like 30-week self is gonna look back at this video and be like kicking myself, because I probably am like, you don't know what squished is by the time I get that far. But I think it's squished a little bit because I cannot eat a full meal, but after about an hour and a half after I do eat, I'm starving again. So I think from here on out I'm probably gonna be having to eat little small portions like 5 or 6 times a day instead of like 2 or 3 big meals. Like up until this point, the babies have just been developing themselves, like all their organs are forming and everything is forming and developing, their brain and their spinal cord and all of that. And now all of that is formed, it's just gotta grow now. So I think now that we're in the growing stage from here on out, the hunger is gonna pick up, and that's when I start needing more nutrients that they're stealing from me, like iron and calcium and stuff like that. My update today said to make sure that I'm eating or taking calcium now, because this is when their bones start hardening. So, can you tell I'm out of breath? Symptoms, there you go. Still shortness of breath, but I really don't have many other symptoms right now. I haven't had bad headache. I haven't had nausea and vomiting, have round ligament pain here and there where I'll sneeze or I'll stretch or get up out of the bed wrong and have like a shooting pain in my stomach, and that's all just from the uterus stretching out, and that's kind of just sporadically. I don't have like sciatica, knock on wood, or anything like that yet. My back doesn't really hurt, my hips don't hurt, I don't have any aches and pains yet. So this is like the good part of pregnancy for me. This is when I feel good and I want to go out and do stuff and I'm not too big and miserable. The only thing right now is how hot it is, because it is supposed to be 99 degrees here in South Carolina tomorrow, and the heat index is like 110. And I'm not doing it. I'm staying inside. What I miss the cold weather. I think I've said that before. I don't miss anything pregnancy related. I just miss fall. Milestones, nothing really. We had obviously my 17-week appointment yesterday and that went great. I asked her about the size of the babies because so the intended parents were both really small babies. I think M was 4 pounds something and her husband was like 5 pounds and something, and both of my babies were 8 pounds 2 weeks early at 38 weeks. So I asked her if babies' weights are hereditary, like genetic, or if it's the way I grow them or what environment they're in. And of course she said it's a little bit of both. They could be determined to be small, like genetically, just based on what their parents were, but things like my metabolism, or if God forbid I were to get gestational diabetes or something like that, it grows bigger babies. So there's no way to tell really how big these guys are gonna be yet. Speaking of how big they'll be, how big I'm gonna be, I've gained 6 pounds now. But I read something the other day that said you need to gain 60% of the weight you're gonna gain needs to be in the second trimester. If you don't gain a lot in the second trimester, it's something like 75% higher chances of you going into preterm labor. I don't know how that's correlated or what, but I know that it just said you should gain a lot of your weight in the second trimester. So even though I hate seeing the scale go up, I'm also glad that it's going up because it means they're growing and everything's going well. What I'm nervous about, I've gotten nervous the past couple weeks about the actual delivery. I don't know why. It's not like I'm not scared of it. I'm just nervous about it because I've never done it. When I went into surrogacy, I went in knowing that I can have a healthy pregnancy and an easy delivery, but that was with one baby. I haven't done it with 2, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect. That part of it makes me a little bit nervous because I don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it'll be fine. What I'm excited about is my intended parents are coming down in 3 weeks, and for the anatomy scan for the babies. And then if everything goes well, then they are going to officially announce it to their friends and family, because they haven't yet. They've been being super cautious and just making sure that everything's okay after everything we've been through. And once that happens, I'm so excited for them to be able to share it with everyone. And I'm excited because we're taking them down to Charleston for the weekend and they haven't been, and so it should be a really fun time, and that's what I'm excited about. I decided tonight I'm gonna make another video about questions I get as a surrogate, or common questions that surrogates get. I also wanted to take just a second to give a shout out to my agency. I'm with Creative Family Connections, and they have been nothing short of amazing this whole time so far. If you've ever considered being a surrogate, I'm happy to answer any questions you have, but I also am gonna put the link below so that you can click on maybe my agency's website, and there's a lot of facts there. And there's also a direct link to like the pre-qualification screening that will tell you if you're qualified to be a surrogate. It's just great, and I love them so much, and I'm excited to and willing to help anyone who has any questions or who's thought about it. I'm excited to help you out. So that's what's going on. I'll make another video now. It might not be uploaded right when this one is. It might be tomorrow. It depends how quick I can edit. But I guess that means it's time to show you my belly. So here is 17 weeks today. They're in there. I hope you can see. Hope my neighbors aren't watching me. They're probably like, what is going on? But this is them. Baby girls right here and baby boys right here. Can't wait for them to meet their parents and their friends and family, and it's just been such an exciting journey so far, and I'm so excited for it to continue. Thanks for tuning in, and watch my next video. See you later.